What I am about to tell you today is not some cheap corridor gossip or worthless clickbait. It is not one of those wild conspiracy theories that go viral on social media either. FIFA has officially dropped the guillotine and completely cut off the head of the absolute greatest idol of our entire generation. Lionel Andres Messi and 10 other players from the Argentine national team have just been erased from the global football map, banned and completely blacklisted for life. I know that right now many of you are sitting there with your jaws dropped, thinking I have lost my mind. But I swear to you by everything holy that this is 100% official and football history has just changed forever. This entire nightmare exploded because of one video. An unreleased recording from a hidden camera that has just revealed the exact words the referee screamed right at Messi during the World Cup 2026 final. Words that the legendary Argentine decided to completely ignore. Stick around because I am about to expose every single name. The evidence of million-dollar bribes, the savage assault against the Spanish national team, the political stunt that nobody saw coming, and the most brutal punishment this sport has ever witnessed. Argentina is kicked out of the World Cup 2030, and Messi's career is officially over. But how did we reach this insane level of madness? Let us go back to that nightmare final in Atlanta. In front of more than 80,000 souls, Argentina versus Spain. The Spaniards were playing like the absolute gods of Olympus while the Albiceleste was hanging onto the crossbar, kicking, wasting time, and playing right on the edge of the law. And this is exactly where the famous RefCam comes in. That little camera strapped to the chest of Slovenian referee Slavko Vinčić, which gave us the perspective that global television tried to hide from us. In this newly leaked video, we see how Leandro Paredes enters the second half like an absolute raging bull, throwing heavy tackles, picking fights, and earning a yellow card in record time. Right at that moment of extreme tension, the camera catches Vinčić turning in pure desperation toward the Argentine captain. The audio is crystal clear, sharp, and chilling. Messi, control Paredes, he tells him straight to his face. I do not want to red card him. He has a yellow. Please, control him. The referee was literally begging the leader, the untouchable number 10, the god of football, to put his own house in order. And do you know what Messi did? Absolutely nothing. He stayed silent, letting Paredes get away with murder, baiting opponents and throwing kicks during extra time. And of course, karma never forgets. In the 106th minute, Ferran Torres strikes, scoring the championship goal for Spain, and absolute hell breaks loose on the pitch. Because when the final whistle blew, what we witnessed was definitely not football. Folks, it was a brutal bar fight. Instead of accepting defeat or swallowing their pride with some dignity like any runner-up, the Argentine players started throwing punches at the Spaniards. And I am not talking about simple shoving. It was a savage assault, kicking and beating the Spanish boys on the ground who had done nothing wrong except outclassing them on the pitch. We saw Paredes grabbing Eric Garcia by the neck, pushing Gavi and throwing wild swings left and right. And while this entire Roman circus played out in front of 80,000 fans and millions watching on TV, the captain, the supposed role model for kids worldwide, did not lift a single finger according to FIFA. That complete lack of leadership makes him directly complicit in the barbarity. The FIFA president made it perfectly clear. Violence against an opponent who just beat you fairly is an absolute red line. They have to learn how to lose. But if you think this was the worst of it, brace yourselves because this is only the warm-up, just days before. During the semifinal against England, something happened that terrified executives in Zurich and politicians over in London. Argentina won that tense match, which was already fueled by massive controversies. And out of nowhere, right during the celebrations on the pitch, the players unfurled a massive banner, a flag as big as a house, that read exactly, "The Falklands are Argentine." Look, I completely understand the feelings of the Argentine people. It is an open wound. It is a historical issue that cuts them to the core, and I respect that fully, but FIFA has set in stone rules. Zero political displays on the pitch. It is strictly forbidden to use the World Cup stage to send territorial messages. And guess who grabbed that banner with his own hands and posed with a massive smile for the photo? Exactly, Messi. Do not come to me with excuses that it was some rookie mistake. We are talking about the most experienced player on the planet. He knew exactly how much that violated the rules. Yet, He went ahead and did it anyway, right in the face of the rival nation they had just knocked out. It was a coldly calculated political provocation. Imagine the sheer scale of this global scandal. If Spain brings out a banner about Gibraltar, or Germany displays any political message, they get suspended before they even reach the dressing room. But since it was Lionel Messi, back then, everyone conveniently looked the other way, and they still do to this day. But things have changed. FIFA is not going to let a single thing slide for the flea anymore. But wait, do not blink because this is where the real bombshell drops. The radioactive scandal that is going to completely rip the blindfold off everyone's eyes. FIFA has officially exposed what might be the absolute biggest cancer in the entire history of the World Cup. Bribery. Yes, you heard that right. Pure cold bribery to buy off referees and secure favors right in the middle of the 2026 World Cup. The disciplinary committee spent weeks working in total secrecy, tapping phones, and intercepting private communications, tracking suspicious bank accounts while analyzing every single refereeing decision in favor of Argentina under a massive microscope. They uncovered a mastermind plan, a massive amount of cash flowing underneath the table to make sure the referees turned a blind eye to the brutal, borderline criminal fouls from the South Americans, keeping those obvious red cards safely in their pockets just to hand them a free ticket to the grand final. Suddenly, all of those unbelievably bizarre decisions start to make perfect sense, do they not? Those dangerous fouls they miraculously walked away from, and that refereeing that always tilted in one direction. Let me tell you something. If this is proven in court with the evidence FIFA claims to have, we are standing right in front of the most monumental sporting fraud in the history of mankind. Forget all about Calciopoli in Italy. Forget about those notorious match-fixing scandals over in Asia. We are talking about buying the actual World Cup itself. An operation involving hundreds of millions of euros flowing through sponsorships and tournament prize money. The temptation to funnel dirty cash was too strong, and Argentina fell for it completely. And that is exactly why this unprecedented punishment from FIFA did not show even a single ounce of mercy. 11 players are banned completely for life, and Lionel Messi heads this ultimate list of shame. This man will never be allowed to set foot on a professional pitch again. Not for his country, not for his club, and not in any tournament backed by FIFA ever again. But here is the real question. A heavy mystery that has all of European football biting its nails at this very moment. Who are the other 10? The FIFA president has already teased us, confirming he will reveal the rest of those names over the next few days, slowly, bit by bit, because the legal fallout is going to be completely apocalyptic. We are talking about world-class superstars who are currently taking home 15, 20, or even 30 million euros a year from the heaviest giant clubs in all of Europe. Established Champions League players. Just try to picture a powerhouse club spending 100 million euros on a top Argentine striker, only for FIFA to announce the next morning that this guy is legally banned from even tying his boots inside their stadium. The financial hit? Brutal. These European clubs are going to lose their minds. They will be suing the Argentine Football Association to claw back every single cent of their investments. Lucrative contracts are going to be ripped to shreds, and sports lawyers are about to make themselves absolutely filthy rich. This was not just some laughable little fine from FIFA. They did not settle for a minor 3-match ban. They chose the absolute maximum penalty, total banishment from the game of football. And as if that level of absolute humiliation was not enough, the governing body of FIFA decided to drop a metaphorical atomic bomb on an entire soccer nation. Argentina, the sacred land of Diego Maradona, and a passionate nation that literally breathes football 24 hours a day, has officially and completely irrevocably been expelled from participating in the 2030 World Cup. There will be no qualifiers to play, and no historic trips to Spain, Portugal, or Morocco. They will be stuck at home, forced to watch the rest of the world lift that trophy, and the irony hits harder than a physical slap. They will not even be allowed to attend the tournament, hosted by Spain of all places. The very nation they cowardly targeted during the final. Now, the catastrophic financial black hole for the Argentine Football Association is going to be completely incalculable. They are losing 30 million in prize money, losing massive television broadcast revenue, and losing their most valuable corporate sponsors all at once. But do you know what the most absolutely frustrating part of this entire circus is? The true losers here are not those wealthy multi-millionaire players facing the bans. The actual real victims are the 18-year-old kids who are currently pouring their hearts and souls into the youth academy across the country. Young kids who had absolutely nothing to do with the cheating of 2026, who spent their whole lives dreaming of representing their nation on the grandest stage, only to wake up to the devastating news that their own idols completely stole their future through sheer arrogance, violence, and sheer corruption. I know full well that over in Argentina, the local media is absolutely on fire, shouting about a global conspiracy, claiming that FIFA is simply jealous of Lionel Messi, calling it a massive, coordinated witch hunt. Look, I understand the anger. It is just human nature to protect your own. But let us be real for a second and have a moment of brutal honesty. Just imagine if the national team of Mexico, Spain, or Colombia started throwing punches at their opponents on the pitch simply because they did not know how to lose. What if they waved banned political banners just to provoke the crowd, and we later discovered they had been bribing the referees all the way to the final match? What would you demand then? We would all be shouting to kick them all out immediately. The integrity and purity of this beautiful game must always stand far above any national flag, or any self-proclaimed demigod wearing the legendary number 10 jersey. We have to stop defending the absolute indefensible just because this guy happens to 8 Ballon d'Or trophies sitting on his shelf at home. A real team leader is not just there to lift shiny trophies and flash $1 million smile in commercial advertisements for potato chips. The captain's job is to restore order when his teammates completely lose their minds. A true leader must say no when corruption and cheating come knocking at the door. And Lionel Messi failed miserably at every single part of that responsibility. His entire legacy and that endless debate over whether he is truly better than Cristiano Ronaldo has just been permanently ruined by a massive black asterisk, a stain that is quite literally the size of a football stadium, a dark mark of corruption and violence that absolutely nobody will ever be able to wipe clean from the sports history books. Professional football desperately needed an exemplary punishment. Somebody needed to step up, slam their fist on the table, and finally prove to the world that no player is untouchable. Against all odds, FIFA finally did exactly that. But, let's be honest, the coin is still spinning in the air, and this massive controversy is really only just getting started. I really want you to give me the absolute unfiltered truth down below in the comments section. Seriously, do not hold a single thing back. Do you truly believe FIFA did the right thing by handing Messi a lifetime ban? Or do you feel they went way too far and are actively trying to destroy his career out of pure spite? Does it really feel fair to you that the entire national team of Argentina gets completely banned from the 2030 World Cup, all because of the selfish mistakes of just a few bad actors? And what about that massive $1 million reward being talked about when FIFA finally drops the names of the other 10 players who got expelled? Which superstars do you expect to see on that scandalous blacklist? Will we see Dibu Martinez, Rodrigo de Paul, or maybe Enzo Fernandez? Go ahead and drop all your wildest theories in the comments below, because I will definitely be reading every single one of them. Be sure to smash that like button right now if you want to make sure I keep bringing you the raw, unfiltered truth about this scandal. Make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. As soon as those 10 names are officially leaked, I will drop a special video detailing the absolute chaos this is going to unleash among the top clubs in Europe. This massive football earthquake has only just begun. My friends, I will see you in the next one.